Hi, I'm Trevor with Bean Dip Productions. Thanks for watching. Reader beware, you're in for a scare. Goosebumps book number 13. Piano lessons can be murder. Bum, bum, bum. Play it again, hands.
Are you scared now?
The nation's capital building in the nation's capital. So I don't think I can fucking curse. This patriotic piece of shit. Practice till you drop dead. So I really wish the book was as good as that sounds. It's not. I didn't even remember the kid's name until I just read Jerry on the cover because he's a D-bag. Jerry's like 12, as is Goosebumps tradition. He moves to a new town with his family because that's the setup for every Goosebumps book. He plays jokes on his parents. He scares them, so they never believe anything he says. He has this, let's talk about his cat Bonkers for a minute. All right, so his cat's name is Bonkers, and Bonkers is the biggest piece of shit cat ever. He's like one of those cats where you just wish it would die, but it never does. So, do you know what I mean? Like if Bonkers were a person, you'd probably stab him in a back alley and bury him in the desert. Bonkers is a demon cat that gives cats a bad name. That's really all I'm trying to say. What's his name? Jerry? I'm gonna call him Gerald. So Gerald, in this new creepy house, he hears piano music late at night, and it's creepy. And he goes to try to find it in the creepy house. Piano in the attic that he finds. It's just dusty old piano. And he's like, what's this? And his dad's like, why the fuck are you awake? And he's like, I'm awake because get off my case, you freedom lover. So his dad's like, well, you want to play piano? And Jerry's like, yeah, that could be cool, because then I could get a guitar and a synthesizer and be cool. So they get the piano out of the attic. He starts learning how to play piano. I'm going to do that more dramatically. He starts learning how to play piano. And his parents find him a lesson in the newspaper from this guy named Dr. Shriek, which isn't ominous at all. But while the piano's downstairs, he keeps hearing it playing at night. And he starts taking lessons from Dr. Shriek. So it's like super creepy on two ends, because you have Dr. Shriek who keeps telling him he's got nice hands. He's like, oh my god, you've got such nice hands. That's gonna be my Dr. Shriek impression. Or wait, no, hold on, even one better. You've got such nice hands. You got such nice hands, Jerry. So after he starts taking lessons from Dr. Shriek, he starts hearing this piano music, and it's this beautiful, sad song from downstairs. But there's a ghost that's playing this piano, and her skin falls off of her face. So Dr. Shriek is giving him lessons at his house, and ever since he started the lessons, this ghost is showing up, and her skin's melting off at night, and he's freaking the hell out. He goes to Dr. Shriek's music school, because Dr. Shriek is like, oh my god, Jerry, you play so beautiful with your nice hands. Jerry's like, thanks. He tells his friend Kim the useless friend. Let's call her Kim the useless friend, because the only reason this character shows up is just to say things like, there's bad rumors about the school, and then she's gone for like 19 chapters, and then she's back like, are those rumors true? And then she's gone. She's just an expositionary tool that is used poorly. It's like if you used a shovel but turned it upside down and then just hit yourself with it. She was Asian and plays violin. Goosebumps. Playing into stereotypes since 1992. Kim, the useless friend, is like, oh, there's all these rumors about the school being haunted. And Jerry's like, no, I mean, it's creepy because it's a really big school, and when I go in there, I get lost, and I hear piano music coming from everywhere, but I've never seen another kid there. You think he's being chased by a monster, and he's running through the halls, but it's just a floor sweeper that apparently was made from parts of the Terminator, because it's terrifying, and it's just this guy who works there, named Mr. Toggle, is the janitor at this music school, and he makes robots to terrify children, and also clean the floor. But inside one of the closets, Jerry swears he hears human voices, which is a fact that never comes up again. Jerry's taking these lessons. It's really creepy. He keeps seeing this ghost. The ghost starts warning him, like saying stuff like, don't ever play my piano. He goes downstairs, he sees the ghost again, she yells at him, he starts screaming and passes out. When his parents come down to get him, when he wakes up, he's just like, I don't want to go to music school anymore. And they're like, whoa, Katharine Hepburn, chill the hell out. And he's like, but I don't want to go. His dad's like, that's fine, Jerry. You don't have to go anymore. He's like, what? Yeah, you don't have to go, except for the last lesson, which is already paid for. Can I just go in and tell him I don't want to do it anymore? Yeah, you absolutely can, but you have to take the last lesson. I feel like something bad's going to happen to me. no, that's fine. I understand you feel like something bad is going to happen to you, and we're totally not going to make you go anymore, except for this one last time. So Jerry goes in, walks down the hall, and when he's in there, he realizes he's never seen another kid here. He's only seen music teachers through the windows and heard the music. So he gets to Dr. Shriek's room. I don't want to take lessons anymore. And Dr. Shriek's like, but you got such pretty hands. And Jerry's like, but I don't want to do it. And Dr. Shriek's like, but I'll never let you leave, Jerry. And Jerry's like, what? And he runs, right? Dr. Shriek chases him. And Dr. Shriek is really freaking fast, but he's doing like a Jason Voorhees walking thing down the hall. And Jerry's like running and screaming for help. And Dr. Shriek just is getting closer, just going, I like your hands, Jerry. Like slow, fucking, but getting close. Yeah, and Jerry comes to this auditorium, and he's like, I don't know where to go. And Dr. Shriek's like, don't go in there. But Jerry busts in, and he sees all the teachers from the windows he's seen, and they all look exactly the same. And lined up around them are 20, 30 pianos, and they're all playing the same thing, and the sound is deafening. But the pianos are being played by hands. There's nobody attached to the hands, just these floating hands playing piano. Jerry's screaming for help. He's screaming, Mr. Toggle, save me, as these disembodied hands are playing. And Dr. Shriek's going, I'm gonna get your hands. And then Toggle comes in, busts in. He's like, oh my God, Jerry, I'll save you. And he runs over to the wall, and he throws a switch. And Dr. Shriek is a fucking robot and shuts down and falls over. All the other teachers just go, nyeh. In true Goosebumps fashion, in the last 3 pages, Mr. Toggle's like, oh, sorry, Jerry. They're all robots, and I made them. And Dr. Shriek is the most lifelike. Why the hell did you do that? I don't know, it seemed cool. Yeah, but by the way, you can't leave because I need your hands. And Mr. Toggle's like, no, seriously, Jerry, I'm gonna cut your goddamn hands off. What? And he's like, yeah. He's like, but you just made robots. Can't you make these robot hands? He's like, no, human hands are so hard to make. It's way better if I take yours and make them play piano. And here's where the Goosebumps science comes in. This dude made a lifelike robot named Dr. Shriek, who taught this kid to play piano with his robot hands, playing the piano, and yet he can't make hands that can play piano. So he takes children's hands and designs a computer program to control them to play piano because he does not like the fact that there is human error, so he'd rather have a machine do it. And yet he needs human hands because he can't build robot hands. So he has to use human hands, which aren't as good as machine hands, so he reprograms them with a computer. And then the ghost shows up in the hallway, and she's like, I warned you. And Jerry's like, why are you coming for me? And she goes right past him and says, arise. And all the ghosts from all the hands rise up out of the pianos. And they all pounce on Mr. Toggle. And the hands that are floating inches, feet, millicentimeter, kilometers in front of them start holding Mr. Toggle down. Ghosts just grab hold of him with their hands and their floatiness, and they drag him off down the hall, like floating in the air. He's like being torn through the hall screaming. They get rid of the piano. Bonkers the cat is still a douche. Kim shows back up, the useless friend. And he's like, hey, I'm still here. And Jerry's like, I forgot about you completely. I'm sorry. So Jerry starts playing baseball. I made some good friends and was starting to get used to my new school. I was thinking seriously of trying out for the baseball team. I'm not a great hitter, but I'm good in the field. Everyone says I have good hands. On a patriotic scale of 1 star to 50 on the flag, I would give it China. Sucks my taint, my American taint. I'm sorry, wait, what's a better word for that? My freedom trail? I don't know.